Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Hello, everybody. If you're out there, if you're listening, if you're watching, if you're tuning in, I just want to say welcome on board and may God have mercy on your soul because this is yet another broadcast of Spleen Squeezings. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Hey everybody, it's what day is it? It's Tuesday. I am know the days of the week. I can count to potato. Okay, it is Tuesday, the 27th of November 2018. Remember when 1999 seemed so far off? Crap. Well, welcome aboard. We are now, well, in the 21st century, and what can I say? Let's just say that the jetpacks and sliding sidewalks are yet to be seen anywhere, and, you know, Jane, get me off this crazy thing. But, here we are. Okay, well, to start off with, I think I'd like to announce I've got some very good news. First of all, my personal grocery crisis is finally over. Okay, a friend of mine, a fan and donor and commissioner and, well, a good friend. He sent me a care package. He sent me a care package, and it has cans of pork and beans and soup, and it has crackers and veggie potato chips, and he sent me Pop-Tarts. Yay! Yay, Pop-Tarts! I've got toaster pastries. I'm such a happy monkey. He also sent me ketchup. Thank you. Shows people have been listening. A bachelor without any as long as a bachelor's got like a single bottle of ketchup in his refrigerator, he's surviving. But a couple of commissions came in, and the care package arrived today. It was supposed to arrive. It arrived yesterday, but the UPS guy did not knock, or at least knocked so quietly I didn't hear him, even though I'm sitting right here in my. Well, I live in a trailer. Where else would I be? And I've got a new note taped up in my window. It says, nice big black block letters, knock loud. Tired of it. But he came by today, and he did knock loudly this time, and dropped off the care package. And it has Progresso soup in it. Progresso soup. For some reason, I always thought that was a kind of soup, not a brand. That's not the soup du jour. I've had soup du jour. That's tomato. But anyway, we've got Progresso soup. It's very tasty looking soup, to judge by the label. And, yummy. And, microwavable macaroni and cheese. Yeah. Box of that stuff. Care and feeding of your bachelor. Right there you go. And, well, a little later, I'm thinking either tomorrow or maybe next. Well, I'll be able to. My parents dropped off a couple of gallons of milk and a couple of loaves of bread and some ketchup for me. They called me. My mom called me the other day. I'm going to be going to. We're going to be going to the grocery store, and since we're in there, you need anything? I sort of panicked. Bread, milk, some ketchup, and also a pack of sausage. Bar S brand sausages. You can get them in family packs. Family packs, 40. Great big, huge, like foot-long size sausages. They come in smoked, Polish, and cheese-filled. And my dad went out and did their grocery shopping, and they picked me up some milk and bread, and now I have something to put the jam on. Yeah. You see, the major part of my crisis this month is poor orientation, poor planning. First of all, I was not expecting the girl who grocery shops for me to suddenly no longer be available. So that sort of put everything in a tailspin. And also, I have tried to make a practice of stashing away food for the future, emergency supplies and stuff. Up until yesterday, I did have food. It's just that I was down. I was in a position, like I had jam, but nothing to spread it on, and I had noodles and nothing to put in with them. I've learned some very tragic lessons. I've learned some very tragic and important lessons about life and about myself and about food in general. Over the course of the past couple of weeks. One, I learned I'm really whiny. I'm not, and I'm not above, I'm not above. I am not that far above the people that sit by the curb. We'll work for food. Yeah. I'll pimp my art out for a pizza. Two, I also learned that there are some things you should not attempt. For instance, the cheese package that comes with bargain macaroni, with macaroni and cheese dinners, the bargain, the package of powdered cheese. That's not a substitute for real cheese under any other circumstances. Ever. No, don't try it. Don't try it, because I would cook up some pasta. I'd use a can of. I'd boil up some noodles, and I'd use a can of tomato soup instead of sauce. And I thought, well, maybe if I threw some cheese in there, you'll give it some body, give it some flavor, give it some bulk, you stick to your rib stuff. And so I had I have a box, I have some macaroni and cheese stashed away next to the ramen, and I opened up the noodles, and I saved up the noodles in another box, and used the cheese, the powdered cheese. No, don't do this. Do not. It is bad. It is sad. It is tragic. I've also learned that Chef Boyardee is apparently basically retreated to the point where it's a 50-50 content in their cans, like maybe half noodles and well, not even half noodles, but it's mostly marinade. I think the main thing with Chef Boyardee is that the noodles are too soft and soggy. know, I mean, they've been soaking. You know, they cook them and can them, and they sit there on a shelf forever. You know, and they're so mushy, so mushy. What they need is to, you know, is to make them a little more, I don't know, water resistant or something. You know, they, you know, the way they made, you know, I mean, if they can make Captain Crunch stay crispy in milk, and good night, can they ever do that? They could do the same thing with the noodles in Chef Boyardee. They need to be more al dente, is what I'm saying. They need to find a way to make the pasta in Chef Boyardee al dente. Not much. You know, you don't want to, you know, be eating pieces of rubber string, but, you know, just something, you know, just a little bit. Of course, it would still probably, you know, give me the, you know, well, let's not go into details of what it does to me. But, just thinking, you know, just dwelling on this concept. Okay, we thought about it for a minute. Of course, you know, I really don't like to talk. I really probably shouldn't talk so much about what my diet does to me, but I think some of you can guess what really happens after I eat a little too much of certain foods, because, you know, it's just it's just really tragic. Excuse me. I'm sorry, that was wrong. I'm serious. This myinstance.com. It's spelled INSTANTS.com. It's, you know, idle hands. You know, idle hands, devil's workshop. You get the idea. Because you can search these buttons. They have 200 plus pages of sound buttons that you can browse. You know, everything under the sun, and you can search them too, as you just heard. And you can imagine what it means when I get my hands on it. Precisely. I like to think I'm a little bit better prepared than I was the other day.
You are not prepared.
All right. So I haven't prepared anything. Give me a break. I love this crap. It actually makes me sound almost professional. I love that. You know, I once knew this guy who was so poor he couldn't even pay attention. And all of a sudden I can't, all the stupid jokes I know, I can't think of any of them. Oh, shut up. Give me a minute while I think of something. I got nothing. Okay, 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 okay. Yes, Lord, I did get your commission email and everything. Yeah, thank you very much. And oh my brain just stopped. Just give me a minute. Like I was saying, I got nothing. I'm thinking, but nothing's happening. Oh, the brain's not just. Oh, stop it. I just love this. I'm gonna be playing with these things all day if I let myself, because just. Oh yeah. By the way, the food arrived. Yeah, I'm serious. For those, if in case you didn't hear it, friend of mine, good friend, viewer and donor, and he's a great guy. I still don't know whether it's courteous or not to name somebody who gives you a donation or not, because you know sometimes they'll say, "Oh well, how nice of you to name them and say thank you properly," and then you got other people say, Why did you give my name out on the internet? And I'm never sure what's properly screwed. It was Daniel Meyer. He knew I was sort of in a lurch, sort of in that stage where I had peanut butter and jelly but no bread kind of thing was going on for the past couple of weeks because you all know the story. You've been listening to the show, and he sent me a care package, a big huge box is full of stuff. Even some snack foods. I'm like, oh wow, this is good. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Even a bag of veggie chips, which are kind of tasty. They really just taste like potato chips, except not as salty and more. They sort of have that. I hate the word, but they have the sort of potato mouth feel, if you know what I mean. Whether it's baked or fried or mashed or potatoes always have a certain texture to them. You can recognize a potato no matter what shape it's in. French fry. Even if you've never tasted a French fried potato before, if somebody gives you a French fried potato and you could have spent your whole life eating nothing but mashed potatoes or baked potatoes, you pick up a French fry and you taste it, and I think of it as powdery, moist powder. That texture, you taste a French fry and you know that's a potato, even if nobody told you what they were made of. Well, there you go. Go. Anyway, I've got we got lots of stuff to eat, and I'm feeling much better now, actually. Okay. I don't know what to tell you, Lord Highland. The live stream health. No matter what I do, nothing seems to help the live stream health. It goes up, it goes down, and usually it stays down. It says not receiving enough background is playing on another YouTube channel in another window. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is that this is slowing stuff down. And I'm thinking it is slowing stuff down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to turn on something else for background sound. Okay, and I am turning off the music to try and save bandwidth. For some reason, my broadcasting program and Firefox do not like to play together. I think that what it is that the broadcasting software, it's open source. You know, you get what you pay for. But this is, you know, it hogs everything, and it does not want to play. This is why I don't really set times when I say, oh, you know, I'm going to be on the air at 4 or 3 or 2, because I'll go on there, I'll turn it on, I'll turn on the programs, and it is God's own guess when Firefox and OBS will stop quibbling and start working again. You start them and they sort of sit there and grind gears for up to 5 minutes. And sometimes longer. So, you know, it's a little bit of an uphill battle, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't know if that's I don't think it's helping the live stream. And I have no idea what to do to fix the stream health. I really don't. Let me see. Google it. How to fix stream health. How to fix stream health. How to live stream on YouTube, maximum quality. It's a video. It's a video, and you know who has you know I can't exactly watch it in the middle right now. I can't watch it now. A network connection issue or a misconfigured encoder. Let's see, if it helps in any case to set up your encoders or router to use Google DNS. It also helps to use 2 encoders if you have the additional bandwidth. Now, how the heck do you use 2 encoders at the same time? That tells me nothing right there. They've got several answers here, but I don't know which one would qualify. I could, you know, I could spend all night reading those stupid things trying to figure out which is which. So no quick answer there.
Go!
Oh my. Now. And well, we look at it now and the live stream is currently green. Give it 5 seconds. Wait for it. Wait for it. Well, it's sort of working. Don't know what to say to that. Let's see, I'm plugging along, trying to let my tummy settle a minute there. Just sitting here. I've had another way too early, but I got up, couldn't sleep any longer, woke up at like 1 in the morning. So I've been up ever since 1 in the morning. Particularly, waiting for the UPS guy, because I knew the instant I walked away, I knew that if I tried to, sleep, naturally, it would be one of those things where I'd get up at I get back up at like 7:30 in the morning, and he's already showed up at 7, and I wasn't in the mood for that. So I've been staying awake all day, and it's starting to eat into my brain just a little bit. Which is probably why I'm starting to get new ideas for comics and stuff. Just inklings that I've been sketching out. Of course, it's also why I feel particularly, I almost feel pickled right now, mentally. But I just wanted to go online and, let you all know I live. It's alive. It's alive. Yeah. My old flame. I can't even remember her name. There's a long story behind that one. Now, let's see. Well, according to this, the stream health is green, but I'm seeing an image that's stuck on my images lapsing. I could do pre-recorded shows. That would work for a given value of work. I miss the music. I really miss the music, because it was nice to listen to. Have that in the background. I'm just wondering if there's some way that I could add music in the background without. Figure out some way to do it without eating up my bandwidth. Yeah, I suppose I could put it on some other device and then plug it into the microphone outlet. I don't know. It's, 10,000 different kinds of tricky. Now, how many of you know what Quora is? Quora.com. People ask all sorts of, people post questions, and other people post answer to them, whether they're qualified or not. You're supposed to list your qualifications for answering a question. And a lot of them are really, just fan questions, opinionated questions. Some of them are just people trolling for trouble. Some of their particularly stupid questions, like this was the all-time topper thus far, was, is Superman the strongest Marvel character? I had no choice. I wrote in. Serious. Yes, is Superman the strongest Marvel character? That was an actual question on the forums there. I had no choice. I had to write in, there isn't enough facepalm in the world in the answer column. Oh, jeez. And then you got people asking, you got shippers asking questions like, do you think that Draco and Hermione could ever be true love? No. One hates Muggleborns and wants to kill them. The other one is a Muggleborn. Do the math, Mary Sue. And like this one, if Tom Riddle and Hermione Granger were from the same time, do you think they could have been friends? Or possibly more? No, let's try again. One of them hates Muggleborns and wants to kill them. One of them is a sociopath who murders one of his classmates. The other is a Muggleborn. Do the math, Mary Sue. But some of they'll make you stop and think. Most of the questions I get are about because most of the questions I've answered have been about, for instance, Harry Potter. I get a lot of Harry Potter questions in my front page column. But what spells do the good guys in Harry Potter use to kill bad guys, since they're not allowed to use unforgivable curses? Let's submit the obvious fact that just pretty much any of the spells, just about any of the spells could be used to kill someone. You could Wingardium Leviosa a hatchet over somebody's head and then cancel the spell. Whack! And frankly, the kids in that school, they're throwing around spells all over the place that, under the wrong circumstances, would be deadly. A leg tangling jinx at the top of a flight of stairs. My word! And all the stairs in that school. It's amazing they didn't have dead firsties all over the tower. Get them up, Filch. We got another one. I mean, seriously, some guy at the top of the stairs, somebody, shoots a shoelace tying jinx, and the next thing you know, splat, and that's it, Well, the lag seems to have been cleared up for a little while. Okay, I'm jinxing myself by saying that. I saw one question earlier. A guy was asking, how did George and Fred get away with tormenting? How did they get away with tormenting Umbridge before they left school? Because Umbridge, she works in the government. And she could have done things like sick the Board of Health on them when they opened up their business. And I'm like, no. First of all, you're assuming that the Wizarding world has anything remotely sensible like a Board of Health. Let's consider that. Let's consider. You look at the Harry Potter stories. The Wizarding world, they seem to be very, shall we say, negligent about the concept of safety. They don't have, I mean, they don't care. They don't seem to care about the safety. Food, candy, uh, safety issues with workplace safety issues, school place safety issues. Most any of the things that you see going on a regular basis in the Harry Potter universe, in our world, there would be a dozen different government offices stampeding to issue injunctions. I mean, they routinely eat candy that could kill them. They heck, one guy wrote a fan fiction. It was basically it's just basically what would really happen after the basilisk was killed. Basically, in his story, the wizarding world is just a little bit more sensible. They find out that Harry shows up, and he's revealed that they just killed a basilisk, and everybody freaks. Dumbledore freaks, McGonagall freaks. They call the Ministry of Magic, and everybody in there freaks. The Orders freak, and the school gets shut down. And they go, and they basically reacted the same way you would if a weapon, if it was discovered somebody had built a weapon of mass destruction in the basement of a local school, which is essentially what happened. We're talking a 60-foot long, I forget how many meters long, giant snake that is both poisonous and venomous. I forget. Wait, well, I forget whether it was supposed to be that the blood was poisonous too. I'm not sure. I believe that the basilisk was supposed to be both. But anyway, I mean, we're talking an animal that literally could kill anything with a bite, and that could kill anything else that it couldn't bite just by looking at it. And they found in the and so everybody freaks out, and all sorts of government officials bomb in on the school and do a top to bottom scouring of the place for any other nasty little surprises, like say basilisk eggs someplace. But interesting side note. There are some people who believe that the mythology of the basilisk may have resulted from garbled stories from the Middle East about arriving in Europe about the spitting cobra, which is a pretty extraordinary thing in and of itself. That freaked me out. I found out about a cobra. It didn't just have to bite you; it could spit at you from like 15 feet away. Like, good grief! I mean, talk about unfair advantages. Anyway, you figure that some medieval traveler could have seen one of these snakes in action, and if you didn't know what was happening, it would look like the animal killed things or poisoned them just by looking at them, which paints an interesting picture. A lot of the European folklore is just basically friend of a friend stories, you know, the telephone effect. People who had actually gone to Asia or Africa, or, you know, they did travel a bit back in those days. People who had actually gone to the Far East or to Asia or wherever, uh, telling stories, and those stories being told by, you know, to people who told it to other people, and the next thing you know, the next thing you know, the description of a rhinoceros is turned into a unicorn. That sort of thing. Anyway. Ow, ooh, ow, ooh, ow, ow. Spine. Ow, oh. A little chilly in here. I'm having a little trouble fighting the temperature in here. I've got 3 electric heaters, and they're sort of feeling their age. They were never really sufficient to keep this place warm in solid cold weather. But I'm probably gonna need to buy another one of those little crystal whatsamajigger heaters. I forget what they're called. You know, the heating elements are made of something. I forget what. I keep thinking crystal for some reason. But anyway. Excuse me, man. I'm standing here. I'm letting the warm air from the heater blow up my right sleeve of my robe. Warm myself up a little bit. Oh my. Now, oof. Oh, here's an interesting one.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Victory screech!
Okay, that was abnormal. Okay. Seriously, it is getting frosty in here. It's been snowing. And we've got like a nice little thin layer of white on everything.
KFC and watermelon.
That sounds like a great breakfast. Trying to figure out what to. I may have to retreat to my bedroom soon just to stay warm. I got my computer's at one end of the house, the bedroom's at the other, and I don't even want to imagine trying to move everything into that bedroom, trying to get it all set up in there, and I don't think I could actually, because I don't think there's a cable connection to that room, which would sort of leave me in the lurch for hooking up the cable modem. So, you know, what are you going to do? Ow.
Hello, it's me.
Oh yeah, we got. Oh, check it out. Got some.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Stop. Hammer time.
I wasn't kidding when I said this online Foley board had just about everything.
You're the best around.
1980s, yeah.
Keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
Yeah. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. It's fun. Well, I'm gonna have to sit down and start, you know, just picking ones that I want. You need to subscribe to the site and make your own page. Once you have that, you can arrange it any way you want.
Yay!
Fluttershy's thrilled to death.
Yay!
Okay. Okay, Slenderman static effect. Nope. Nope, don't think so. Nope, 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 nope. Welcome to the 21st century where we invent from scratch folklore. You know, from you know, all the way down to the nuts and bolts. You know, the Slenderman mythology is literally a 110% pure invention, completely tracked all the way back to the people who made it. You know, and you know, it's totally artificial. Has nothing rooted, but it has as much sway over people as the folklore that, you know, grew out in the wilds, so to speak. You'd swear it was you know, you'd swear that the Slenderman story was something that you know, formed up on its own over centuries, almost, and that some other folklore contributed to it, that sort of thing. No, it's completely from scratch in every detail, and yet it scares the absolute utter fudge nuggets out of anybody who lets it. Now, you know, we got other silly things that have become folklore. Look up Candle Cove sometime. There's, you know, that's another example of the handcrafted folklore. You know, it's so fake that you can, you know, it's so artificial and so deliberately made. You can almost see the "Made in Taiwan" label on it, so to speak. But you know, it has such a it has had such an impact on our culture, you know, directly and indirectly. Oh my! Now, begging your pardon.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberry.
Living legends. Anyway, now those sounds are from a page called My Instance. My INSTANTS.com. It's basically an online Foley board, and I've been playing with it ever since I found it. Especially when I'm doing a live broadcast, because that's about the only time that I can share them. Now, oh my. Okay, but as I have been telling people, my personal minor food crisis has passed. My grocery crisis has passed. I found a store that delivers. Next time I need some groceries, I will call them. And I have had a friend who sent a care package. It's basically stuff full of miscellaneous food items. He sent me Pop-Tarts. Yay! And so I'm set for a little while at least. So thankful, you know, thank Jesus. I'm not going to be improvising meals out of the leftovers in my kitchen anymore for a while. Anywho, why day? I'm sorry. I have been up due to certain complications. I have been up since a little after midnight, and I am out of steam. It has not even been an hour yet, and I'm already tanked. But I just wanted to go online. I wanted to say thank you all for your kindness and for your generosity and for your patience with me, because as I have learned about myself in the past couple of weeks, I get whiny. I get whiny. I don't like that. And I apologize to you for being, such a whiny grump. I'm going to go ahead and call this broadcast done, because I am just which it's a crying shame, really, because this has been the best the feed has been in days, in weeks and months. It's been staying in the green almost the entire time. Doggone. I wonder what I did differently. And anyway, this is me. I wanted to say thank y'all. I'll see you again tomorrow, and do some writing, do some drawing, do some talking, do some discussing, shoot the breeze, chew the fat, that sort of thing. And until then, I want to wish you all a great day. And well, in my case, wish you all a good night. This has been another broadcast of Spleen Squeezins. Penicillin shots available in the lobby.